All right, welcome into another episode of Nightmare Stories of the Otherside. Tonight, we're doing a little bit of a different podcast. We're just going to have a discussion on haunted dolls. This was Courtney's idea, so I'll kind of let you start us out a little bit.
Okay, well, first of all, I wore my slappy shirt
Nice.
in the honor of haunted dolls in the media. And like I was telling you before, I feel like when it comes to the topic of haunted dolls or really haunted like objects, I think there's a lot of media and movies and things that kind of misrepresent like what that actually like how they actually are. As like you can think like Annabelle and other scary movies like similar to that, which obviously completely exaggerate,
Oh,
like
for sure.
of haunted dolls. So when people think of haunted dolls, they think of Annabelle and things like that, and just don't really think of like the reality of it. So I think there's a lot of like negative emotions or negative thoughts like surrounding haunted dolls or really
Yep,
any
for
haunted
sure.
object, even though they aren't all negative. Um, I guess it's just interesting to me that objects can even have like an attachment to them, and I know that it is not as common as like haunted places, but I do believe that it can happen. Not as often as I feel like it is shown to be, but I do think that they exist. Um, Especially if you look at like how many haunted museums that there is with like
Yeah.
different haunted objects. Clearly they exist, but I don't think they're as like readily common as like some people think they are. Especially like in the paranormal world, I feel like there's a lot of like, oh my God, this is so haunted, but it's just like I don't know, like a residual energy or just, there's other ways to explain what's going on and not
Yeah.
necessarily like the haunted object. I guess, do you have any experiences with haunted objects? That was like my first question.
So, as you know, we do have two haunted dolls. You can't really see them because I kind of dimmed the lights a little bit
Yeah.
tonight, but
Over there by the
yep,
light.
Kelly and Jesse back there. So we've had Kelly, we got back last June, and for the life of me, I can't remember either of the two of them, their backstories. We did a podcast a while back that documented the backstory, and I was trying to
Mm.
get that put in the document form today so I could kind of go through that, but I wasn't having any luck.
Well, I know you remember like how you got the dolls, so maybe you could just like touch on that.
Yeah,
Obviously, you
so we
don't.
got Kelly from an individual that lives out in Ohio. We got her when we were down at Farrar, and I don't know what's going on upstairs, but anyways,
I didn't hear anything. You're good.
well, that's good. But she's actually a music box, and we never knew like she's not a paranormal music box, but it's like got the music box built into her.
Do you know
So
what song?
what's that?
Do you know what song she plays?
It's no, I have no idea.
Okay.
I forgot that they had music boxes in them. That's actually
So
really.
we've only like, heard it maybe a half a dozen times, like brief like snippets of it. And it's only really happened around my youngest daughter would be like going for a walk outside around the block and it would just like randomly start playing. Or a few times in the house. So it's kind of like yeah, I'd have to try to look at the box to see if it says on there. But it's like we haven't had anything really negative happen here. But there's been a few podcasts where we've done where like the person that was our guest, the whole video footage of just her was not seen. Like the screen was black where she was the whole time.
Weird.
So then she said that she had an attachment on her, so she was thinking maybe the doll played into that and realized it and didn't want her to be seen during the podcast.
Hmm.
So it's not like anything, super major. It's and then one time I took my youngest daughter's remote and put it somewhere in my office. I could not find it for like a week. And then I can't remember what how it went, but I was doing a podcast and I had a medium on and she goes, "The doll's telling me to look around the floor." And sure enough, I found it on the floor underneath my desk.
That's crazy. Yeah. Well, mine, okay, so I got this haunted doll. Her name is Sammy behind me here. Um, I got her more as an experiment. You kind of like fell upon them, but I like sought her out more or less.
Yeah.
I just like wanted to kind of like see what would happen, document any experiences, like more scientific, like can I prove that this doll is actually haunted, like that kind of thing. And since I got her, I guess nothing crazy has happened. There was some EMS spikes that I got with her. It kind of comes and goes. I haven't had the bullet light or anything like that on her light up, which is like just like the flashlights we use.
Hmm.
They're kind of cool though. They're sensitive and then they just light up when, touched theoretically. But yeah, I got some EMF spikes with her, which was interesting because she wasn't around any electricity when I did that. And then I have heard more noises, I feel like, in this room than I normally have, especially like today and yesterday. I've been hearing a lot of like knocking noises in here.
Okay.
Which is weird. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just like, but I kind of tune it out. But then I also realized that I did hear that. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't make sense. The laundry isn't going. Like, there's no reason for there to be
Yeah.
like knocking sounds in this side of the room. And kind of almost like creaking too, like possibly footsteps, but nothing crazy. But I do have her backstory here I can read. I don't know. I don't know. It just seems quite exaggerated to me, but I will
Okay.
read it. I will read it anyways. Or anyway, sorry. The first thing I'm gonna read is the like introduction that I got. This is like the paper that they like sent.
Okay.
I had gotten her on eBay from this group called Possessed Treasures, and she sells antique dolls and other objects that she finds through her, I don't know what the word would be, but she is like one of those people that goes to like antique shops to like resell like specific historic or interesting items. And I believe that she did say that she was kind of in tune to the spirit world, not necessarily a medium, but like a
Okay.
sensitive. So she kind of picks up on that and then sells them, but they're not like outrageously priced or anything. So if you're looking to get like haunted object, I would recommend her page. She has a lot of good reviews. It says, so thank you for bringing home one of our unique spirit vessels. Each one has a story to tell, and we hope you enjoy the journey of getting to know them. Included with your vessel is a balloon light, which can be used to help facilitate interaction. And then it just talks about like how to use it. Take your time getting acquainted, read their bio, speak to them, and consider using a pendulum or dowsing rods for yes or no questions as you build your connection. Every spirit is different, so be patient and open to the experience. Thank you. Anyway, so kind of cute. I don't know. They sent me this
Yeah.
note. Um, I feel like her story is a little bit exaggerated. I'm gonna pull it up here on my computer. But I mean, hey, sometimes it goes for like, I don't know, kind of like psychs you out a little bit, if you
Yeah.
like have like this crazy backstory. But I will say before I read this, I haven't gotten any like negative vibes or anything like that from her. And so, even though the story that she comes with kind of makes it sound like she might be more negative. I haven't gotten any of that. And I do have experienced like some like negative feelings from different objects before, which is kind of why this topic was like interest to me. Let me just pull this up right here. So, anyways, her name is Sammy. Just gotta pull up the page. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I have my phone, but I can't figure out where I put it. Okay. Okay. Can you see me still okay?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure I had a different page up. So, okay, so Sammy's story. Sammy is a 12-inch porcelain doll. Um, excludes an unsettling charm with her delicate features and innocent blue eyes. However, her seemingly sweet appearance belittles the attentive. I cannot talk. The intense energy she carries, a presence both captivating and unnerving. Sammy is not for the faint of heart. Are you ready to confront the spirit that lies within? Sammy's story. Sammy was acquired from an old collector's estate surrounded by several particular and forgotten relics. The collector had kept Sammy hidden away, covered in layers of fabric and tucked in the darkest corners of her home. She hesitated when I inquired about the doll before reluctantly telling Sammy's chilling story. Sammy was originally a cherished gift to a young girl who tragically passed under mysterious circumstances. Not long after, the family began experiencing disturbances, objects hurled across the room, piercing cries in the night, and shattered mirrors with no explanation. Convinced Sammy was at the center of these events, the family locked her away in an attic chest for years. Since welcoming Sammy into my collection, I've experienced her energy firsthand, flickering lights, temperature drops, and the overwhelming sensation of being watched. Some visitors report hearing laughter or whimpers near her, while others refuse to be in the same room as her. Sammy has a way of leaving an unforgettable presence and not always a pleasant one. So, like I said, I don't know. Like, I believe, I mean, that could be the story. It seems a little exaggerated, although I suppose she has to kind of beef it up a little bit, to
Yeah,
more like a selling point. But I don't get any negative energy from her at all. Actually, it's weird. I get like I don't know, like almost a positive energy. But I do know how that can go. Obviously, if you look at things like the Sally house, that's a good example of how
yeah,
something seems positive could be negative in disguise. So I don't know. I'm not sure yet what to think, and sometimes it just takes time. I did do like an EVP session with her, and I didn't get any results. The one thing I haven't done is like she recommended I haven't tried my dowsing rods, and I also haven't tried my spirit box. So that would be something maybe I could try. But I am excited, hopefully, to bring her with us to the Sally house. I want to see if like that elicits anything, or
right.
I don't know. I'd be curious to see if anything happens that's like kind of triggered towards the doll,
Yeah,
because it is kind of that kind of location where dolls are kind of I don't know, intense like trigger objects there, really. Dolls, bears, and they don't even need to be necessarily haunted dolls. So I'd be curious to see if that like rise riles things up a little bit,
yeah,
especially with yours too.
yeah. So like going back to ours, like, Natty and I, we've, done multiple sessions with them with the dowsing rods and always get good interaction. And I don't know if I ever told you this, but the broken REM pod that I have that I had gotten from my nephew after Edinburgh, you know, I super glued the antenna back on, trying to fix it, which obviously didn't go as planned.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of funny that that REM pod only works in the presence of those two. It'll work and we'll get interactions from it, but anywhere else it doesn't work.
Speaking of that, though, I did some surgery on mine too, and I learned how to solder.
Nice.
So the one that I fixed now works better than the one that didn't, that wasn't broke. So yeah, it can be fixed.
But yeah,
Um,
so it's like, we've gotten,
yeah, that's
as I
interesting.
said, we've gotten good interaction with them. And, there's been, I don't know if it's them or something else in the house, but it's like, we've heard footsteps in the night and rustling around for the longest time. My youngest daughter slept with both of them in a room, but then she didn't want to anymore for whatever reason. So now they just sit down here and I try to get them to edit videos, but no luck on that yet.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. How about you, Jada? Have you had any experiences with like any haunted objects, or do you own any haunted objects or dolls?
I don't. The closest I have was dressing up as Annabelle for Halloween a few years ago. But I do have a question for you though.
Huh?
So you said that the owners previously who had Sammy, that they like locked her in like a box?
Yeah, it makes me think of I feel like there was a movie that I watched sometime, I don't know, some scary movie where the doll was like locked in like a chest, like in someone's attic for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that
Here or
no,
something. That's what it reminds me of.
exactly. Like the
Mhm.
combination of your shirt and then the it being locked away, the only thing I can think of is an it whenever Richie walks into that room and like the doll of himself is laying in it. That
Oh, yeah.
freaks me out. But do the spirits that inhabit the dolls, do they like obey being locked away typically?
Yeah,
Like how
so
does that make it stop?
I feel like from what I've read and what I've like seen about haunted dolls or any haunted object, really, the spirit wants to be attached to that object for some reason. So I mean, unless we're talking about a Dybbuk box, that's a different
Oh
situation.
yeah.
But like haunted objects in general, like a haunted desk or, and really anything can be haunted. It's because
Hmm.
the person that was like associated with the object was like of some high relation to it. And I guess what I'm talking about is more of like a spiritual, not like demonic, which I'm not gonna get
Yeah.
into very much, but like a real spiritual haunted object is like because they had like a close relationship with that object or it meant a lot to them or for whatever reason or if they were murdered by it or something like that, they were connected to it in some way. So that's what I've seen and kind of
Okay.
good. But yeah, with demonic objects it's a little different. I've the idea is that they have become attached to the object to like deceive other
Mhm.
people
Yeah.
because it's in a doll. Like a doll is, not like a scary object, so they can
Yeah.
the vulnerable people, which is
Yeah.
Exactly.
so I don't know. But like as far as like why, that's the best I got.
Okay.
Yeah, what I've
Like
come to understand.
for both of you, this is kind of weird. And if you're like, why are you asking that? Don't come at me. But if you were to haunt any object, what do you think that you would be in?
Ooh,
Hmm. That's a
I know
good question.
there's a thing as haunted cars. I don't know.
No, not a car.
I'm not saying that. That was like a thought that I had, and I'm like, no, but there's a thing. It's on with cars supposedly. I think there's a couple movies about that too.
Maximum overdrive.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I would say the only thing I can think of that I would haunt just because I hate them and I'm terrified of them and it would, terrify somebody else, I'd have to say a clown.
Oh, I thought you were
My
gonna say a
God,
labubu.
that's
I
A
a big
what?
just
thought you were gonna say a labubu.
Oh
like
God,
in
no.
Ghost Adventures where the hand moves on the giant life-size
Oh yeah,
clown.
yeah,
That would be terrifying. Honestly, I maybe a violin. I know that's weird, but like I like really or a viola.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like that would just be cool,
Yeah.
I could like listen to the music. Hopefully they're good, you know. So like that would be
Yeah.
something that I would enjoy, I guess, in the afterlife is listening to the classical music come through. And a lot of people tend to take well care of their instruments. So
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, I got two questions for you, Courtney.
Huh.
The first is, what does James think of the doll?
Honestly, James hasn't even really interacted with the doll. He hasn't really come in here. He knows about the doll. He knows it's in here. Um, yeah, but he hasn't really like interacted with
Okay.
it.
And
But I mean, nothing's happened. Like I had told him like, okay, so if this goes real bad, if if this doll is like next level intense or something, we're gonna bring it to the Sally house and we're gonna leave it there.
Oh,
gift,
Nothing has happened
Sally
that
would
I'm
like
like,
that.
I kind of want to keep it around. I don't know. I almost have this like weird like feeling that I almost have this like attachment to the doll, and that's weird because I haven't really interacted with her that much. But like since the moment I got her, I like feel like I like she's just really cute, and like I don't like want to get rid of her. Like
Yeah.
kind of like attached. I don't know why. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know. Nothing crazy has happened, so I
So
guess
that kind of
James.
leads into my second conversation, second question, which you kind of touched on a little bit. But so like you don't have that much interaction with her, but have you ever had like a discussion with her? Do you talk to her?
Yeah. So when I first got her, oh yeah, because I wasn't sure like what would happen. So I was like, I better just like, hello, how are you? Like, I hope you're doing okay. I'm gonna put you over here in the sun. because I had to go to work, you know? Like the weekend I got her was the weekend I had to work all weekend, so I wasn't even here. So I like took her out of the box and yeah, it's weird, but I did talk to her a little bit and then, kind of talk a little bit, just like
Yeah.
respect thing because just in
Oh,
case I
for sure.
don't want to piss this spirit off.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a regular human spirit, it's like respect, you know? I would prefer to look like an idiot and be talking to no one than have a spirit come after me. So,
Yeah. Yeah. As
yeah,
long as, you treat them like, they're
yeah.
equals, they're family,
I mean, I brushed her hair a little bit, I
respect them.
guess.
You know, it's
Yeah,
like every morning I say good morning to them when I leave to go to work, tell them goodbye and have a good day. And
yeah. It's kind of weird, but yeah, it's just like you feel like you kind of have to do that. I don't know.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then if I forget, I feel bad.
Yeah, well, I guess you get in the habit of it too. So you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I forgot today. Darn. Um, I was gonna say, so off the topic of haunted dolls, just like regular haunted objects, all haunted objects. Um, have you been to any haunted museums before, or had any like weird experiences, like in like pawn shops or like antique shops? I know we kind of had this conversation in a different podcast, so I was just kind of curious about that. Um,
Yeah. Never been to any haunted museums, but it's like every time I go to an antique store,
mhm.
it's just like, sometimes like I'll get drawn to a certain area,
Mhm.
and then some antique stores you go to, it's just like, okay, this is boring.
Yeah, I feel like that too. Like, Um, the ones in Door County specifically are like next level pawn shops and antique shops because like everything in there is like very historical and they have like just such a large scale that they have the ability to have like little like almost like stations and they're all like a different like vibe and I think
Yeah.
it's because they're like different area like from different sellers or whatever, but they each have like their own personality like in some of those really really big antique shops. And I feel like you get like a different vibe and like a different emotion like when you walk through each area. It's so weird. Like
Well,
even if you're not.
there's this one down in Winona that Natty and I went to. I think it was back in September before we went to a wedding, and it was just like there's just certain rooms you went into. It's just like the feeling and the intense pressure. It's just like
Almost like the
there's
smells too.
and
Like
there's like definitely something here. And then today at work, I was just kind of bored doing some research on haunted Minnesota locations, and that antique store came up as one of the most. It's in the top 10 most haunted places in
oh
Minnesota.
my God,
I'm
really?
like, how do we get in there to investigate?
I didn't even know that. I know they have like a million different haunted museums, and some of them are cool and some of them are really small. But yeah, honestly, like just like antique shops are so underrated because
I
there's
think
so
it would be so
personal.
cool to investigate an
Yeah,
antique shop,
there's so much personal connection to those items that
right?
like I feel like, and there's so many depending on like the size of the place you go to that there's so much just energy there, even if it's just residual that
Yeah.
gotta be like some, some activity and some evidence to be collected.
But then there's one we went to in Duluth. It was just like, yep, didn't feel a thing. It was
Yeah,
just kind of
I mean
like
it's weird.
cold.
Yeah. But almost like the happy energy too. Like I really enjoy history and I really like antiques, I guess. So sometimes just like that the happy energy from like finding something like really cool that's super old that's in super good condition, just looking
Right.
at it is just like cool to me and I get like happy about it. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that would be really cool to do. How about you, Jada? I mean, I'm sure you've been to an antique shop before.
Yeah, I have quite a few. Some vicarious, which I mean that because my mom and my dad they went to Zach Bagans' museum a couple summers ago, which was really interesting. I'm the most interested in Kevorkian stuff, obviously,
Yeah.
but this isn't so much paranormal as it is like kind of superstitious, I guess. But I got to see the Hope Diamond in Washington, and I know that there's some like stuff regarding that, and it's like
I would say that counts as like a haunted
properties.
cursed
Yeah,
object. Cursed is like
Hmm.
a whole
first probably.
hole
Yeah,
to go down. But
and I believe I always felt some stuff whenever we were in like the sector of the museum in which was mostly for like the kings and the queens and stuff. Obviously because that was owned by people and was very well used. And then probably the coolest thing that I've ever gotten to do regarding an antique store is we had went to Tennessee with some of our friends, and we used to be very into table tipping. That used to be like our primary communication. And I have a table named Mia. That's what she spelled out as her name. That's what the spirit attached to her. And it took us like an entire weekend to find tables that would work for us. But we finally did on one of the last days we were down there. And it's this gorgeous table. It's out there in that room. And it's like it has like ivy on it, like painted. It's beautiful. But we were going to the checkout and we were just kind of like making small talk with the owners because they were really sweet, and we told them what we did, and they were just like amazed, and they were kind of taken aback, and they were like, I was like, hey, do you want to try my table? And they were like, what do you mean? So we had like the owners of the antique store and the employees all congregated around this small table trying to get it to talk to us, and that was the coolest experience I've ever had.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was cool.
For sure. Yeah, like honestly though, I've seen there's this cool documentary. I think it's on Travel Channel. It's just literally about haunted objects, like the whole show. And there's some crazy stories, like
Mm-hmm.
like I was saying, a desk, like this old desk. I think it was like from a schoolhouse or something. It had like a child spirit attached to it. And I mean, I don't know why a child spirit would be attached to it. I suppose like they just had like a lot of memories from, school, or it was residual or whatnot. But it just kind of could literally be any object that anybody has like a close
Yeah,
relationship or has a lot of energy with. I mean, hate to bring up the negative stuff, but like a knife, like from somebody getting murdered, like all that could technically have at the minimum like negative energy attached to it, or some energy because of the horrific events that happened, or like Gettysburg objects like we were talking about previously. They have a lot of energy attached to them, so
yeah,
just they it's just like the nature of having something that traumatic happen. The energy just dissipates into like the objects nearby, and they potentially carry that on, or part of that energy. I think I feel like most of the time though it is residual energy from what like I said, what I've heard of, what I've like read. But when it is like I don't know, more of like a actual intelligent energy, it does seem to be like dolls because
hmm,
they are human-like, they're supposed to be like representing a human, assuming they're like a regular doll. Obviously there's dolls of different kinds. There's like more
yeah,
different things, but like, in general, when you think of dolls. So I think that's probably why if an intelligent spirit was going to inhabit a doll or be attached to a doll, usually the inhabitation of a doll is a negative thing though, because most human spirits don't want to be just like I mean, honestly, I don't even know if they can, like, because you can't, you know, like I feel like a human spirit would be more like associated with the object, not necessarily like inside the object. Like
yeah,
they come and go and do whatever. I guess a negative spirit could too, but you get what I'm saying.
hmm,
Like when you're playing with the doll, you would like sense the spirit like around you or whatnot. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of interesting things that we don't know about haunted objects, or like I guess just a lot of things that are unknown about haunted objects that I would love to know. I just think the whole thing is fascinating.
right.
So
Oh, like I
so I
remember,
was like, I want to own one myself potentially and see like what I can document because I think it's interesting. Or, like like you hear stories about people of taking objects from a haunted place, like a rock, or like you have, like a piece of the demon house,
right,
or things like that that have, I think that is more like the energy that's associated with like whatever place, and then you carry that energy with you. But you have heard of people getting spirits like that follow them because they took an object from a haunted place. So depending what the object is, I can say for myself, I guess the reason that besides my already pre-existing interest, was probably after Ireland. I took some rocks home from the beach next to Loftus Hall, and I just had this like compelling feeling like I need to grab these rocks. I don't even know why. And I thought about it. I was like, this is stupid. Why am I doing this? But I did it anyway. And then like, I don't know, a couple weeks later, we started having those weird stuff in our house happen, and that has slowly kind of dissipated now. But I mean, there was like the picture in this room over here got thrown off the wall. We had the ceiling door in our garage that has a latch on it like open itself one day for no reason, and just like crazy things happen, lots of sounds and electronic devices like turning on and off in our basement. It just after that, so I'm like, okay, what is there's got to be more to this because this is really strange.
Well, then,
That,
like
and I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but it just seemed like it was correlated with that. So
another thing I think of too is like, okay, so you're investigating these haunted locations.
yeah, I
Like,
mean
you
that's
know, you necessarily don't have to take something with you, but like,
yeah,
say if you sleep in the building, like, you know, I've done it at Edinburgh Manor, I've slept in the kids' room on one of the beds. It's like you're taking a piece of the building with you regardless, because if you're sleeping, you get something on your clothes, and it's like
true, but
something's going to come with.
I think it's like the intent though, like for some reason, like when you intentionally bring an object, you're like
Right.
intending, you're like psychologically welcoming the place to come with you. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like you're physically like kind of like opening the door to like have something come with you, I feel like. Because you're like willingly taking something. I
Yeah.
don't know exactly how that works. Obviously, spirits can attach to even if you don't sleep and you just go home, then they can still come with you.
Right. Even if you
Which,
tell them not to, you know,
yeah, it's
they might
possible.
not
I just
listen.
think it maybe increases the chance of that happening potentially
Hmm.
if you're bringing a physical object with you, you know. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns about that. I just seems like there's a lot of cases though of people that's kind of same experience like, oh my god, I took the stone from this place, you need to put it back because I'm cursed now, and all these bad things happen to me, you know what I mean? Like you hear stories about that all the time. I
And
just
like
think
one thing
interesting.
that's said to happen at Edinburgh, which I haven't had happen to me, and I've been there 6 times, but in the puzzle room, there's been people that have gone home and they found a puzzle piece in their pocket.
Oh, that's weird.
So, you know, that'd be so like whenever I come back from there, I'm like, dang it, no puzzle piece.
Maybe it's like a subconscious thing, like where they're like almost like being like partially possessed and they're putting it in their own pocket.
You never, yeah, you never know.
That's kind of what I think, you know, like sometimes that happens, like or they just are so overcome that they don't remember doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, like it's influencing them or something. I
Right.
just that's yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
So here's a haunted doll. Would you rather? Would you rather visit Annabelle, Peggy, or Robert? And
Okay,
why?
I met Peggy.
Okay.
Didn't open my eyes. So I guess I would say Annabelle, 100%, because I also just want to go to that museum.
What about you, Jada?
Robert.
But Robert was number two for sure.
I would say Robert, which again, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but that is my biggest paranormal regret so far. Natty and I were down in Key West about
Oh,
2 years
Yeah, like
ago,
in a random museum in Florida.
and
Yeah.
we were in the parking lot and we didn't go in because she didn't want to.
Ah,
And I was trying to talk her into it. I'm like, okay, fine, we won't. Regret it so much.
yeah, yeah.
So I owe it to Robert to make another trip to Key West someday to go see him.
It's
yeah.
just a weird place. It's like, isn't it like a museum
Yeah, it's
for?
like an old naval base.
Yeah, it's like nothing to do with like haunted doll, and there's this random haunted doll there that has nothing to do with anything else in the museum, right?
And you can do a
Yeah.
night investigation there too.
Really? Oh, that would be cool.
Hmm.
Would be cool. Flights to Florida are cheap, Matt.
Someday I'll get back down there.
Plus,
Not
it'd be
that,
like a warm vacation too. Add a little haunted in there, you know.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean it definitely could have been the fact that we were going to like different abandoned structures in Ireland and maybe the Hellfire Club and other places, but I still feel like The Rock was like it for what happened because I think it was just like I don't know, the mentality about it. It was just weird to me that I feel like I had to grab a rock. It was just like, I don't know.
Well, you know.
I just think it was like that, and then maybe I also like psyched myself up a little bit to like have something happen because I grabbed the rock. But either way, you can't deny the things that happened for a while after, and I'm glad that it's kind of calmed down now. So yeah, that was pretty wild for a while.
Oh, I'm sure.
We had to like disconnect some of the lights in our basement because we were like, I don't want to turn on it by itself anymore.
So one thing for Sammy, when you bringing her with on a road trip,
Uh-huh.
it's like we do with Kelly and Jesse. We put
Yeah.
them in the back seat and buckle them in, and
Oh
put
yeah,
and
yeah.
put a blanket on them so they don't fall over.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing. When we have an Annabelle popcorn bucket because when we saw the last Conjuring movie, um, we just insisted on getting one, and so we did that. We buckled her in the back seat.
Nice.
The popcorn bucket is like a legit doll size Annabelle with like a bowl,
I
like
think
with
I've
the
seen the
popcorn.
pictures.
Yeah, so we had to get one and we did that exact thing. It was kind of cool. So she's in the basement. Definitely just kind of a cool thing to have. Not that she's
Yeah.
haunted, but it's cool. I also have like a horror interest with James as well, so it's kind of fun to collect that kind of stuff.
It's not a haunted doll, but we had to get a popcorn bucket the after the new Ghostbusters movie came out.
Yeah.
And mom had this dang Slimer that she kept in the car until we got a new car. And in the Forerunner, you'd hear something like tumbling through the back of like the
Oh my
trunk.
God.
And mom, I'd be like, "What was that?" And mom's like, "Oh, it's just Slimer."
Nice.
That's funny. Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I am excited for the Sally house, and I think there's several haunted objects most likely at the Sally house as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I think that'll be kind of a cool investigation to kind of go with this podcast here.
Yeah, so I'm kind of just looking over a few things on the laptop. So, like, we were kind of talking about, the rules of haunted dolls. Like, obviously, respect them. That's like up there. And
Mm.
then don't provoke. And then, just invite them into your house.
Yeah, I guess like don't provoke. That's so true with like anything though. Like bad things happen, and sometimes I do think that provoking is necessary to get the reaction or some crazy
True.
event to happen, but I'm not the one to want that to happen to me, but I do think that it is sometimes what is needed in certain situations, but I wouldn't be the one to do it
I've only been
because I
on
know what can happen.
two investigations. It wasn't me, but where, somebody else is kind of like, in a respectful way, started
Yeah.
yelling and
Well,
provoking the
there is
spirits. Like,
provoking in a respectful way, and
right.
there's provoking in a negative way. And sometimes the negative is when you're talking to nasty things. And
Yeah.
sometimes that's okay. But if you're talking to like regular spirits and you're being nasty, like what's wrong with you, you know?
Right.
Like these people don't deserve that. Like you don't talk to people like that in public, so
Yeah.
sometimes some people just need like a good some spirits, negative spirits specifically, not necessarily demonic, just like nasty spirits sometimes need somebody to kind of put them in their place in a respectful kind of way, but also
Hmm.
like, straightforward way. Like you need to stop, but you can be like that without being disrespectful and kind of
So
call, you know.
speaking of dolls, I just popped in my head. So back in July of 2024, when I was up in Duluth and investigating the William A. Irvin, down behind the boiler room, they kind of got like a workroom,
Mhm.
and there's the creepiest. boy looking haunted doll in a random place. You come in and it's like just sitting there staring at you. It's like, what the heck?
I feel like somebody put that there on purpose.
Oh, I'm sure, but the thing is,
Like,
it's like, wow. It's like, okay, hello, how you doing?
yeah, that would be terrifying. If you're going around a corner in the dark, night vision, you're like, whoa.
Right on top of a shelf, like eye
Oh,
level,
like next to some paint cans or something. Like,
or
it
so,
doesn't
yeah.
belong there. Yeah, that reminds me of like the Boyd house, like in the back room, like that like room by the furnace. I cannot imagine if there was like a doll like sitting on that
Oh, for
shelf.
sure.
Oh my God, that's like exactly what I immediately thought of, like a dark corner, in the basement. Ooh, nope.
All I'm gonna say is when we get to Edinburgh, watch out for Oh Jesus. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I'm excited for that place too. A couple different places. Lots of fun things to happen this year. It's getting
Yeah.
warm out too. I'm liking that.
So one, so kind of going back on the doll thing. I used to work at
You know
Nordstrom
what's
back in the.
weird? The cat is like sitting by the dolls all of a sudden and like smelling the
She
dolls.
goes up there and sits by the dolls all the time.
But it's like currently doing it though while we're talking. I've never seen
Yeah.
the cat do that like it's doing right now. It's like literally looking at them.
Right.
What?
So, anyways, I was saying, so
Strange.
back
Okay.
in the day, like 12 years ago or whatever, I worked at Nordstrom and the mannequins in that place, creepy.
Mhm.
It's
Oh
like
yeah.
it's like these mannequins, faceless, expressionless, but yet when you walk by them in the middle of the night, it's like their eyes would follow you.
Oh, mannequins freak me out because I play too many Silent Hill games. But
Right?
Yes.
Yep.
okay, mannequins are like next level freaky for me because of that. Like you can't unsee that.
Right down the street from my dance studio, there's a Sleep USA, and there's this sheep that's like the mascot or something of it. But the way that it's constructed, it looks just like one of the animatronics from Five Nights at Freddy's, and it is absolutely terrifying whenever I leave valet because I leave about 8 o'clock. So all of the lights are like shining from the bottom up at it, and
Hmm.
it's just shadowed so creepily.
Yeah. I don't
Horrible.
know. Obviously, I would say we obviously have an obsession with haunted objects because, like I said in the beginning, there's like a million movies about haunted
Hmm.
objects. So many movies about haunted objects. It's crazy. So, just to put that out there.
Yeah.
All I know is I won't be satisfied until I have a mannequin walking at me someday.
I mean, I think we need to have you go to the clown hotel and have that life-size clown thing move its hand when you're in the room in the
Mm,
dark.
I that would probably make me quit the paranormal more than
Oh
anything.
my God, that would be out. And it's not necessarily like paranormal, but like how the hell does that even happen when it's been sitting
Right?
there for like God knows how long and nobody's touched it, the hand just moves? Like that's
Well,
too much for
I
me.
don't know if I told you
Whew.
when we did the Rock Island Roadhouse, I
Yeah.
had to do a half-hour solo
Hmm.
in the circus room.
I'm
That
not,
is,
and I'm not scared of dolls, but that's freaky, like, because it's
and
life size.
it felt like I had like a thousand eyes staring at me, and there was like maybe a dozen clowns in there, but still, I'm just like, I can't do this.
Yeah, okay, so it's hard to scare me when it comes to the paranormal. I'm not gonna lie, I would love to have this shit absolutely scared, like, out of me, but it would take a lot. I feel like it would have to be, like, some really strong poltergeist activity to, like, scare me out. Just, I feel like I've built up, like, this, tolerance from watching all these, like, super
Yeah,
movies and then just being there in real life and getting used to that. I can sit in the dark and like just be chill, you know? But like I want something to scare me. I want something to touch me. I want my hair to get pulled or something and scare the living crap out of me because I just like want that to happen, I guess. I don't know. I just like the proof of it, you know?
yeah.
because it does take a lot to scare me. So I'm down. I'm down for it.
God, there was something I was gonna say.
I know I said that the last time, but that's what I want to happen
Now
at
I
the
can't
Valley House.
remember what it was.
Okay,
It'll
I got a
come to me.
question for you since we're
For
kind of talking about our Sally House investigation here too.
for me,
What do you want to happen at the Sally House?
I want the TV to turn on.
Yeah. Okay. Totally. I would love to see a ball go down the stairs.
That'd be cool too.
Or honestly, anything just move on its own. I really want to try the circle of toys in the upstairs
Well,
bedroom, and
yeah,
I want to have a camera like on the toys just to see if anything moves by itself.
yeah, for
But
sure.
that's so notorious to happen there, and I would just love to see it. I want to see some poltergeist activity. Like that's what I want to see.
Yep.
You know,
As
like
crazy as it
real
sounds,
shit moving around. I want to see it. It makes things so much realer. Like completely unexplained, like you cannot explain why a ball would go from the upstairs bedroom, roll across the hall, and all the way down the stairs by itself.
right?
That's just like insane. That would be crazy to document. But yeah, other than that, yeah, getting like a hair pulled or something or touched. It's always
Yeah,
a
maybe we might just have to leave you inside by yourself for a half an hour.
I would be so down, and I'd be willing to do it for longer than that probably. So, yeah, I'm down. Put me where you want to put me.
All right.
Okay, I take that back. The only thing I don't want to do is sit on a pentagram in the basement because I ain't trying to end up like Sam for like 3 freaking months.
Right.
So I don't need no Sally attachment for 3 months, so we're gonna not do that. I'll be in the basement, but I'm not sitting on the pentagram in the basement. That's
Yeah,
the
for
only thing I
sure.
don't want to do, just because that's just dumb.
God,
But
I
yeah,
can't.
in the
What the?
basement, pretty freaky.
No, it's gonna bug me what I was gonna say. Mm, man, I don't remember.
Maybe I should bring Sammy a little closer. I got her a stand too, so she
Nice.
can stand up because she didn't come with one. I just love her hair. It's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. What were you gonna say?
Man, I for the life of me, I cannot remember.
It'll come after.
Yeah, we'll be done.
It always does.
I'll be going upstairs. I'm like, crap. Now I remember what it was.
Always.
Hmm. Jada, do you have any questions? While I try to rack my brain here.
No, I have like a story, I guess.
Okay.
Just like fill time. It's downstairs right now. But on my mom's birthday, my nana comes down to the house and she's like, I just wanted you to open this. And then my mom's terrified of dolls for whatever reason. And she comes down to the house, and in this like big bag, we're like expecting it to be like books and like soaps, like she normally gets us for birthdays and stuff, which is really cool. It's this doll that's like this big
Oh
that
my
she
God.
found
That is
like
like a
God
classic
knows
Annabelle
where.
story right there.
And the freaky thing about it is, it didn't scare mom. It
Uh,
scared me. Because if you've ever seen Coraline, it was one of these situations
oh,
exactly. Because the doll was made to look like, it wasn't made to, but it looks like identical to me. Same hair color, same
yeah,
hairstyle,
that's even
same eye
worse.
color. Its name is Nicole, which is my middle name. Okay?
Just
Like
so you
that's
know, the
what's
doll is moving because the table is moving. Is that why?
What?
My doll was like moving because
Oh, I thought you
the
said
table was.
mine. I'm like, they're
I
not
just wanted to
moving.
let you know so you didn't freak out because the table is kind of unsteady, so it moves a little bit like this. So sorry.
And so my mom got that for her birthday, which was like the doll with my name on it. And then it's wearing green, which has like always been kind of my color within the family. And then a few days later, she got one for my aunt, and my best friend is also my cousin. Her name's Olivia Claire, And it's a doll that has slightly whiter hair than mine did, blue eyes, and a navy blue dress, which blue's always been Livy's color. And the doll's name is Claire.
Okay.
That is super
So
creepy.
I've just been waiting for like a door to open in my closet or something. It's horrifying. And mom has it set right in like the laundry room whenever you first walk in. So that's the first thing you see.
Yeah, and I think, that's funny that you brought that up because in the Victorian age, a lot of dolls were like made to look like their, owner. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's probably why a lot of spirits like potentially
Yeah.
got like attached to the doll because they actually made them with real human hair sometimes. And like, I mean, if you're confused and you're like don't know what to do after you passed away and you find this doll that you not only looks like you, but like, you were like associated with in your life, obviously you'd gravitate towards it, kind of
Yeah.
makes sense,
Let's
right?
see if mom will bring her upstairs,
Creepy though.
actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's just yeah,
The
I think it's really cool how they used to make the morning
doll.
pictures too, like with real human hair back in the Victorian age.
Yeah.
Those are
There's
hard to find, but I feel like those have got to be haunted. That's so creepy.
well, there's like speaking of that, there is this one doll over in Japan. I'm probably gonna butcher this pronunciation, but it's a Okiku doll.
Huh.
It's housed in a temple over there. This doll reportedly has human hair that still continues to grow to this day.
I feel like I've heard of that before. Yeah.
Really?
That's so weird. I wonder, like, how did they, like, prove that? Like, even, like, is it,
No,
like,
it's
measured
she's
or what?
the
That's crazy.
doll is believed to be possessed by the spirit of a young girl.
Ooh.
And there's another one. This is from the 1920s. It's the doll's name is Pupa. It's a felt doll reputedly made with human hair said to move and tap on its glass case, often seen by its companion.
Oh, that'd be creepy.
Right,
No, no thanks. It's like straight up Annabelle.
right.
Yeah.
You get like spirit box, let me out of this thing, Like,
Yeah.
no thanks. You're staying right there.
So I remember what I was going to say now. This has nothing to do with haunted dolls, but it has to do with paranormal.
Okay.
And there's this new movie coming out in a couple weeks. That was actually a Canadian movie back in 2025. It's called, God, what? Hold on. Oh, I already forgot what it's
There's a
called.
lot of good paranormal movies coming out actually. I don't
Mhm.
know what's going on because it's not October, but I'm digging it.
So it's called Undertone, and it's quoted as the scariest movie you'll ever hear.
Oh yes, I have heard of that. I'm so excited
So
for that movie to come out.
it's
Straight up
about,
podcast, haunted podcast.
right? And it's like somebody that does a haunted podcast that starts getting haunted tapes and stuff
Yeah,
from its
yeah.
viewers. I'm like,
So do you have a haunted tape to play as, Matt?
I want one. I
Okay.
want that. Now it's like, I'm like, coworker told me about that.
That's
I'm like,
creepy.
I gotta see that. Maybe I'll get something in the mail now.
I mean, all you gotta do is like get somebody like recording themselves doing some like spiritual activity, like some seance or something with like all the weird Latin words, and it sounds like really creepy to play
Right?
back. And you never know.
So if any of our viewers watching this has some creepy haunted tapes, send them to our email or
Yeah,
mail them to me. I'll give you
we're
my
down.
address. I want
We'll
something
play them,
creepy.
right?
We'll play them on the podcast.
Yeah, and then we'll do it live so everybody else gets haunted too.
Right?
Yeah. Uh, too funny. That'd be cool though. I'd be down.
Mm-hmm. So did your mom bring in the doll?
I don't know. I kind of want to go yell at her and be
Still
like,
have one?
Mom,
My goodness. So how long ago was that when you got this doll?
literally at the beginning of the month. Hold
Oh, I
on.
was gonna say it sounded like it was like a new thing. That's weird that we're having this conversation.
We're
You
going
got
on a
yourself
field
a
trip.
doll.
Yeah, field trip it is.
We're on a field trip, guys.
I'm down to see the doll.
Hi, Mom. I'm showing them the doll. Okay.
We gotta see the doll.
My God, this is so weird. How do I even pick her up?
It's a weird place. Is it just too creepy? Is that why? Oh my
Oh, she's
God.
awesome.
She is cool, but she does look like you.
It's kind of it's
And I do
Yep.
get the creep vibes, but yeah, but I like
no,
the
it was
outfit.
just crazy like how we came to possess her, I guess.
Yeah, no, I like her outfit. That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
She
Interesting.
doesn't. She needs to be in your bedroom.
Okay, is
haha.
it me or do
That's
you guys
really
feel
fun.
like Sammy kind of looks like me?
Yeah,
She
yeah, I was
does.
just thinking
I'm
that. You
like
have like the
looking
same
at
exact
the
hair color.
I'm looking at like the thing and I'm like, wow, my hair is like the same color and we have like the same color eyes. It's kind of
Yeah,
freaking me
that's
out a little bit. Okay. Like it's exactly the same freaking color.
Right.
yeah.
What the heck? I didn't plan that.
Are you
That's
sure?
Yeah, I did not even realize that until she was sitting right next to me.
But yeah, it's kind of
universe is
like
funny.
when we got Kelly. Like I was like, I saw a post about somebody getting rid of haunted dolls. So I was like, you know, looking through them all, and she was like getting rid of, I don't know, 12 to 20 of them. And it's like right away, I'm like, nope, that's the one. It's like she stood out right away, but I still checked all the other ones up. But just kept like going right back to Kelly. I'm like, yep, she's the one.
Yep. I think it was the eyes for me. That she's got like the bluest eyes ever.
Yeah, she does.
They're really pretty. Yeah. Darn, it's almost March 1st. It's coming up.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mm, I'm not ready for it.
Where is the year going?
But
Yeah.
I'm okay with the cold going away though.
Oh, same here.
Oh, so it's
An
like weird actually
investigation
cold now.
season and all the craziness and
Yeah, I'm ready. I got my bags packed. I got my cameras prepped and the batteries charged and everything's good to go.
oh, I'm not even close to being ready.
I keep everything in like the same bag kind of, so it's pretty easy to just, grab it and go.
But I think everything's pretty much ready because I never really used anything too much at the Sheldon, so
Yeah. I just got like
or
11
no, Boyd House was last,
batteries.
but still,
Yeah. Yeah, I try to keep in the habit of charging everything on the way, like when we get back the next day. But I got a bunch of new batteries for the cameras because I wanted to get the extended batteries that last, hours and not, I don't want to be changing out batteries all the time. So
yeah.
not like the macho batteries that last like 6 hours. Whoa.
Oh, she's gonna go for a trip.
No, she's not because she's made out of porcelain.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hold on to her. This table is so unsteady. Anyway, yeah. Excited for this next month for sure. And then we have maybe some other surprise investigations that we won't spoil that are
Oh
local.
yeah, it just seems like
I like the local ones. Like I told you before, I really like doing the places that have never been investigated because if they are haunted, I feel like you get way more
I don't know,
activity.
it just seems like there's more and more opportunities
Yeah.
popping up locally, which, I'm fine about because then we can just sleep in our own beds and not have to
Right.
travel 8,000 miles.
And we potentially get like crazy activity because nobody's ever talked to the spirits before and they're ready to go. They're ready to,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was supposed to call one place on Monday, but it's been such a crazy week. I just remembered today. I'm like, crap, forgot to call them.
It's okay.
But eh, it'll
Yeah,
happen.
I actually got some extra bullet lights with this doll, so I was like cool to like put some of those like maybe on the dolls in the Sally house and see what happens.
Yeah,
You know? That'd be kind of neat. Because they are like mini flashlights, so they work good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have anything else to add, Jada?
Mm, no, just I before we like end everything, I wanted to ask both of you what your favorite like because I know that we were talking about how poorly represented everything is in the media, but what's your favorite? What's your favorite haunted object in a movie or a book?
Okay, I wouldn't say my favorite haunted object. I would say like my favorite. Do you mean like your favorite like haunted movie, like based on a haunted object? Is
Yeah,
that
sure.
okay? I know this is weird, but the Dybbuk box or the Dybbuk is probably one of my favorite horror movies based
Yeah.
on haunted objects. That movie scared the crap out of me. Okay, I don't know why. Probably because it's just like it's really based on the real story of the OG Dybbuk box that everybody knows about, you know. And I just felt like it was so creepy the way they like had it, where she just got like slowly more possessed like through the movie, and they had all these like creepy music, and that
Yeah.
movie scared the crap out of me, and I just love it. But
Awesome.
Annabelle didn't scare me as much as that movie did. So
Mm,
if you're, I mean, there's
it's
so many
understandable.
paranormal movies, but if we're talking haunted objects, that would
Yeah.
be the one. That would be the
Yeah.
winner.
I think for me, the one that stands out the most that scared the crap out of me in more ways than one was The Ring.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a
So
good
I
one.
remember
Yeah,
this
or
was,
white noise.
yes, I don't,
I
I was
forgot.
watching it one night. So I was living with my roommate and he was gone off to work. So I'm watching it down in the basement, Friday night, Saturday night, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Get done watching it at 1 in the morning. Or no, I was watching it and there's the part where she watches the tape and the phone rings.
Anyway, don't tell me your phone rang.
Right after that part, I kid you not, my phone rang.
That is amazing.
I just like froze. I'm like, why in the
I would
hell is my phone ringing? And
scared shitless too.
it it stopped
It's epic.
and then it started ringing again. I'm just like, oh my God.
And then
It's
you
like,
answered it right? Like, who was
no, I'm
calling?
just like,
Well, did
and
you
the
find
thing
out
is,
who called?
and like the thing is too, where our house is, the woods behind our house leads up to a cemetery.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
weird. So
And
somebody's trying to freak you out.
the house was haunted on top of it.
So
So
the
it's kind of
ghost
like,
was pulling a prank.
oh my God, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
Dude, you should have answered the phone.
And I'm just like, and
Oh my
this
God.
is before, this is where
Yeah.
you still had caller ID. And so I get up and look at the caller ID and there was nothing on the caller ID. I'm like, oh hell no,
Oh,
I'm not
that's
answering this.
that's super weird, dude. That's actually an
Just
epic
the
story.
timing, and it's just like, no,
I
Yeah.
mean, that movie's already freaky by itself.
right?
And isn't there like a scene in the movie where they're watching the movie? Like maybe it's the second one, and
Yeah.
then the phone like rings, like exactly
Yeah.
like that. Pretty sure there is.
Yep.
It was like the Ring 3 at Matt's house.
I know, right?
What the hell? That's crazy.
Ooh.
That is
Yeah,
actually
I don't know.
that I would definitely that tops my story way more.
I haven't watched the
Yeah.
movie since.
I mean, Paranormal Activity, if we're just talking about regular paranormal movies, was probably the one that really
Activity.
freaked me out because of the fact
Mm,
that I thought it was real.
I
Okay,
know.
this was like the first found footage movie, okay, and I saw it in theaters and I thought it was real because they said it was real at the beginning.
What was the parody of that movie called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Haunted something like
Haunted House.
maybe Haunted House or something. Yeah. It was
Oh my God. I thought I went in watching that one thinking that it was the original. And then
oh
Oh,
I was like,
geez.
oh wait, this is kind of weird. And then
it's
I
kind of
got to like
funny.
their first like night there and I was like, oh my goodness. That's when I realized it wasn't the real one.
It's just like one of those movies that like the first time you watched it at that time, it never hits the same because
Yeah.
we didn't know what we know now, and so it was
Right.
just different, you know?
That's like Blair Witch
Yeah,
too.
it's exactly the same, but like Blair, nobody was thinking. It was like far enough after Blair Witch that like there
Yeah.
wasn't really any found footage movies, and then it became like a big thing again.
Yeah.
That movie just like, oh my God, it was like I was literally scared for like the entire night after that. And I was like, oh my God, what did I just watch? And there was a part of me that was like, this can't be real. Like, there's no way. But like, it's just different that we know too much now. So
Yeah.
like the vibe then was just different. And I saw it in
Yeah.
theaters, so it was even freakier, you know?
Well, like a few months ago, I watched the first Paranormal Activity with Natty. I'm like, why did I like this movie?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I've rewatched them all myself, but it just hit different. The vibe is
Yeah.
different
Mhm.
back then. Yeah.
Definitely.
Even Blair Witch, it's still better, but it still doesn't hit like it did. It just doesn't.
Oh, you know what I just found out today?
What?
That they're doing a reboot of the X-Files.
I didn't know that.
Actually,
That'd be
Yeah,
cool. Love that show.
it's supposed to come out possibly by the end of this year.
is it gonna be like new stuff or are they like
Yeah, it's gonna be all
okay.
new characters and potentially original characters returning in some way. But like,
Hmm.
so it's gonna be standalone episodes, but like the overall theme will like be the whole mythology.
God, I feel like they'll do it like with the first one where they're like with Full House or whatever, where they brought in like the original people like in the beginning, in the first episode or two, and then they kind of phase them out to get you like into the show.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what they
But
did
I
with
mean, like,
Criminal
oh, we need a
Minds.
professional consult. We're gonna pull these people out of retirement to help us do this. I can just see it now, you know? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know if either of you two have heard of the show on CBS School Spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's a great show. I'm halfway through the third season.
Yeah, I've seen bits of it. I haven't actually watched it yet, but it
Yeah,
looks
I've seen like reels, but that's it.
Yeah,
kind of
it's
good.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
Same with the show Ghosts. That's like a comedy. That show actually looks,
Mm,
I've seen some episodes of it. It's actually pretty funny. And it's like got some paranormal stuff, so it's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
so I've heard
Hilarious.
that the British version is way better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe it's the British accent.
Right.
I mean,
But
the
I think
British
it's cool
baking's
they got all
better
these
than American.
random ghosts that she's like talking to. They're all like different personalities. I just think the whole idea is cool. And then they made it a comedy instead of like a horror movie, you know? I like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't
You don't have
watched it.
enough paranormal comedies, you know? I just think that's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a lot of it, just a few episodes, but
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
it's good. I'm telling you, it's good. The first season is good. I don't know about the other ones. I've heard it kind of, kind of fades, but the first season is pretty funny. So, yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Don't take your word.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Everybody's got their own thing.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. Well, either of you two have anything else?
No, I think we kind of covered everything. I think that was
Yeah.
a thorough conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Kind
True.
of nice little change of the podcast, do a little something different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We found out that's weird to me though that you got that doll like right before this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
And
That's
that we both have dolls that look like
it's
us.
a little like ominous kind of. I don't know.
Ah,
Yeah. Definitely weird.
maybe our dolls can meet one day and they'll become friends.
Right. Maybe we could become friends and actually meet someday.
We
The
become friends, and then our dolls get friendship bracelets. Yep.
Well,
Uh,
I'm sure as soon as we get off this, the dolls are gonna be conspiring about how to meet and
oh my God.
That they will.
right.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for my doll to meet your dolls in person, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
We'll see how
crazy
they
time,
react if anything goes on with them,
right? I'm
especially.
sure they'll behave.
I'm sure, but I feel like the Sally House kind of like amps everything up, so
Yeah,
it'll amp them up too a little bit. We'll see.
as Natty says, she goes, "Are we even gonna come home from Kansas?"
I don't know, man. Atchison is like a really creepy place. A lot of things are haunted there.
And
But
then it's like right after that, when we get back, we have another investigation 2 days later.
yeah.
But we're not going to talk about that. Not yet.
No, but that one's like local, so that one's gonna be good. I'm
Yeah.
excited for that one. I am.
And as far as I know, that place has never been investigated before.
You know, sorry, I don't know if we can talk about this, but like, how did you even, like, without spoiling it, how did you come about that exactly?
So
Like, I
one
was
of
just
our
wondering.
one of our guests that was at the Sheldon reached
Uh-huh.
out to me
Okay.
and saying, "Well, you should try to I'm not good at this, but you should try setting up an investigation there." I'm like, "Okay."
Interesting.
And it just happens that I know the owner because
Oh,
from
okay.
being from down there, it's like I know
Yeah.
quite a few people. So
Yeah. That's cool. And they're just like, yeah, sure, why not?
He's like, oh yeah. He goes, I'm excited to see what you get.
Oh, that's cool. So
And
we can
he
like present the evidence to him. That's even
yeah,
cooler.
and he
Love
even
that.
agreed to like be on video and do a little
Sweet.
history of the place and be interviewed.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah, that would be cool. I like it when we have that because it adds like more of a professional background because we can look stuff up all we
yep.
want.
And I just so like as I sent you the history, there's not like I
Yeah.
haven't really looked at it yet, but I was talking to my mom yesterday. There was a giant boat accident right in front of there where people died on the river.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, really?
Yeah,
That's crazy. Wow. Well, that'll be interesting.
yeah,
Might have to like go outside for a
Oh.
little while. Like just out front, see if anything talks to us. Yeah.
right. Well, then, like as I told you too, that investigation is going to be a little different because it's
Yeah.
going to be open. So it's like who knows? Maybe some of the people
Well,
there we
it's
could
on a
get there
Tuesday, so hopefully that means that it will be pretty low key
right.
without spoiling the type of place it is. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
I think it will be because I
yeah,
don't know how this time of year on a Tuesday how busy it'll be. So
yeah. Hopefully, I mean, I think it'll be like low key enough where we don't have to like make a big scene. But even if there's like one or two people in there, I don't think it'll cause like any issue.
no,
Really,
there won't be too
might
much.
not be able to do like EVPs unless we're in a quiet place. But I think otherwise, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have too much tainted evidence from
Yeah,
other noise.
yeah.
And again, Tuesday night, people have to work the next day, you would think.
Yeah, as long as nobody plays the jukebox, I guess.
Oh, I'm sure we could work with getting that turned off.
That might be a problem, but otherwise, yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be
Yeah.
small town too, so
Yep.
yeah. All right, well, if that's all, I guess we can end the podcast for the night then.
Yep.
Say goodbye to the dolls for the night. Let's wait.
Yes. Kelly and Jesse are going to behave.
Okay.
Sammy's going to behave.
She's
David,
new,
what's
but she's
what's
gonna
your
behave.
doll's what was your doll's name again?
Nicole.
Nicole, that's right. Okay, dolls, they're saying they're gonna behave, but when we're gone, they're gonna be conspiring. They're gonna be talking to each other.
We'll see.
Hey, I keep my cell phone in my office, so they have free reign of my phone all night.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness.
Yeah,
Sending
maybe
selfies.
they can text me so I can find my phone because I don't know where it is.
That's crazy.
It's like in my couch. I think I was cleaning my couch and I don't know where it is. Gotta be there somewhere. I'll find it.
All right, well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
All right, well, we shall talk to you two later.
Yep.
This
Bye.
All right,
good
have a good
night.
night. Bye.